Hey guys and gals, this is Kana. Go ahead and upload another video. This is actually a Domination video. In the end, I end up going 19 and 15, which isn't the best score, but it's decent for me, I suppose. I've done better, I've done worse. I've hit a rough spot recently. I haven't been doing as well as I could in some of the games, and if you pay attention to the video, you'll notice that I make a lot of stupid mistakes, and it's probably just because I really haven't played Black Ops or any video games in quite a while, just because of how busy my life's been, and all the other things I have going on. It just kind of precludes me from taking the time to play video games. And I used to be a really good gamer. I started off playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4, and that was the first-person shooter FPS that I started playing. And when I started playing that, I actually devoted a lot of my time to it. I ended up doing pretty well. I got to a point where I could play in scrimmages and be a vital component to the team that I was on, and we won consistently. But once my life got a little bit crazier, came to college, things just started making it more difficult to do that, and so I was not able to play, and my play style and my skill overall is decreased a little bit, just because I hadn't been able to put as many hours into it. I mean, to some extent, I know what I have to do, and I'll always know certain things and how to play, but it's just fine-tuning everything that I do and making a point to notice what's going on. And as I keep playing, I'm going to try to get back into it and play somewhat consistently each week, and I'm going to try to get better and better, and hopefully get to the top of my game like I was before. And that's really my goal with all this, is to become the best player I can, given the amount of time I have. Now, through this entire process, I plan on recording my games, and I'll upload my decent games, or ones that I think are worth uploading, to YouTube. That way, other people can see how I'm doing. I can share my experiences, my commentary on what's going on. Maybe I can help some other people by showing you some things that you shouldn't be doing, because I'm definitely not a perfect gamer. And when you're watching my videos, you'll notice that I make stupid mistakes, and I'll do the best I can to point those out. That way, other people can see what I did wrong and hopefully improve their gameplay by seeing what not to do. And that might seem kind of stupid. Normally, normally a lot of people just want to see what to do right. You want to see the best players doing their thing, going into a round and owning everyone. But I think for them it's a lot harder to learn from what they do wrong, because they make so many fewer mistakes. Whereas I'll make a few more mistakes than they normally would, and hopefully that'll help you be able to learn a little bit, as long as I provide useful inputs as well as the actual video. So you'll notice that in this video so far, I'm not doing the best. I think I started off, I was like 2 and 7 or something like that. I ended up turning it around in the last half of the game, but I just had some rough spots where I just couldn't aim on them fast enough, and it just didn't work out well, and ended up dying. But like I said, I ended up turning that around. I ended up being like 6 out of 12 in my team or something like that. Yeah, it's not the best, but it's not a horrible game. For me, at least. I mean, everything's relative, right? But like I said, I'm going to try to upload videos when I can to YouTube, but I've been having some troubles, actually, getting the videos the way I want them. Because there's actually a feature in Black Ops, I play on the PC, and there's a console option where you can actually record a movie in-game. And I was doing that for a little bit, and I was experimenting with it, and it seemed to work pretty well. It didn't lag my game too much, and I was still able to play relatively normally. The only problem was, I learned that right around 5 minutes and 20 seconds, it would stop recording. So if the game lasted any longer than that, then I would lose everything after that point. And most of the games that I've been playing, they take at least 10 minutes or so, 10 to 15 minutes, and then you lose over half the gameplay. And as much as I'm sure you guys all want to see half the gameplay, right, it's really just not worth it. If I'm going to be posting videos on YouTube, I want to be able to post the entire gameplay, because that's the entirety that people need to see. At least that's what I want to be commentating on, is an entire gameplay, not half of it. There's really no end, there's no completion to it. You're just jumping in and jumping out, and you don't know what happens in the end. And I feel like having some sort of closure, I guess you could call it, makes it a little bit better of a video. And I think everyone will enjoy that a little bit more. And I actually did find somewhat of a solution to this. I did a lot of research on software to record my gaming, or just record my screen basically. And I ended up finding WeGame.com. They have a program that you can download and actually record your videos or your gaming. The only problem with WeGame is that the quality is a little bit less, and there's no way to increase that without actually paying a fee per month or per year. And right now I just don't have the funds to do that, so I'm going to have to settle for lesser quality. That way I can get an entire video of a match. And I know it's a rough compromise, but with the position I'm in right now financially, I have to make that compromise. This way I'll be getting video out there. You'll be able to see my gameplay. I'll be able to get myself out there in the community at the sacrifice of lower quality video. It's still decent quality. I don't think it's quite 720p. It's almost 720p. But WeGame obviously wants to make their money, and there's not much I can do to get around that. So until I find a solution, I mean, I'll do a little bit more research, see what I can find. If any of you have suggestions as to what I can possibly use, that's free, preferably, that I can use for high resolution, 720p or even 1080p if it doesn't lag me much. And that's the main issue, is how much my game lags. Because I've even tried Xfire's in-game application, and the video that it records is great quality, but it records at like 10 megabytes per second. And after 30 seconds or so of gameplay, I end up with a gig video file on my hard drive. And I have theoretically enough room on my hard drive to host that, but I would have to record a video, edit it, add my commentary, compress it, or change the quality of it, and then upload it, and then delete it off my hard drive. That's basically what the process would have to be, because I have a terabyte hard drive, but it simply would not be enough. So, I mean, that would work, I just don't have enough resources, and it makes the game lag really badly when you're playing, and that's obviously a major issue. I would prefer not to lag, obviously. So I've tried several different solutions, and I'm having issues coming across one that will actually work for me and produce a video that I want. So right now I'm going to use WeGame. Hopefully it works well enough, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. I think it does a decent job. You can see what's going on, obviously. It doesn't give you the finest details, but you can see people running around and being shot at. And I think that's suitable for our purposes right now, until I can find a better solution. So at this point in the game, I think I've started to turn around a little bit. There's only a couple minutes left at this point, and I start getting streaks again. At the very beginning of the game, I was not getting any streaks whatsoever, and that was really a problem, because my team really was not doing that well, and getting a UAV up, I call the recon planes UAVs, because that's what I'm used to from COD 4. So once we got UAVs up, it was obviously a lot easier, because we knew where they were, and that made everything a lot easier. But up until then, I was not getting any streaks. Right there, I got a 6 kill streak. I think it was the highest kill streak I got in the game, which was not very good. Excuse me. But towards the end, like I said, I started picking it up a little bit, getting the streaks. I put a sentry gun back there to protect the flag, at A. And I don't think I ended up doing any damage because we were nearing the end of the game right here. But like I said, everyone on the team was starting to do a little bit better. At least I was getting more streaks. I kind of hit the zone, I guess you would call it, where I was playing really well, and I was just getting kill after kill and not dying very often. Like, I was able to snap to them without any issues. And once I get in the zone, I usually do pretty well. But sometimes it's just really an issue of getting there, of getting in that frame of mind, I guess. The frame of mind or the zone. Like, some athletes get in this zone where they're just, like, in it and they're so focused. And they just do really, really well. Whether it's tennis players, basketball players. They just get in the zone and they are at the top of their game. And sometimes I hit that sweet spot, and sometimes I don't. But when I do hit that sweet spot, I do really well, and it's a really fun game to watch. So the last couple minutes of this game can be rather interesting to watch because I'm actually doing better. And that's the last kill right there. He ran right by me, didn't know what was going on. But that's all for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep checking back for more updates, and I'll talk to you guys later.